The Dubai ruler Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum is one of the 5 richest monarchs in the world with a fortune of $18 billion, but by the number of wives, he's out of competition. The most famous of them brings his Sheikha escaped from the monarch along with her children in 2019, and this is not the only scandalous episode in the life of the Sheik's wives, but with spouses and even children didn't get along with the wealthy Sheik. And how many wives did we really have? We'll tell you about it in detail in this video. Subscribe to the Solo Story channel and give us your legs. Let's get started. Sheikh Mohammed was born in 1949, so his age is approaching 75. During his long life, he has witnessed the transformation of Dubai from a poor fish and village to a Aliyah metropolis. For the past 15 years, Mohammed has been the head of the emirate. Under his leadership, Dubai has become a world center of tourism, a hub of technology and luxury. Much of this has happened thanks to Mohammed's activism and ambition. I don't know such word as impossible. It isn't in my vocabulary, and only weak people who are afraid of challenges use it. This statement of Mohammed can be considered his life grid, and it concerns not only the management of the emirate, but also his personal life. There were so many women in the fate of the monarch that probably some of them, the Sheik doesn't even remember. Mohammed had 3 or 4 wives at a time, and they changed periodically. This usually happened when the next wife quarreled with him. Then he broke off relations with the woman, intimidated her and took the children for himself. The first such episode happened in the 1970s when Mohammed was 23 years old. He went to Lebanon. In Beirut, the Crown Prince of Dubai made a simple girl named Rda Albana. She was only 16 years old, feeling flared up between Mohammed and Rhonda. They went to London and soon got married. At first, they lived more according to European traditions. Her husband didn't impose ing customs on Rda and even dedicated poems to her. However, after the birth of their daughter and the families moved to Dubai, Mohammed revealed his nature. He became unusually bossy and began to treat Rhonda as a master treats a powerless concubine. They began to spar regularly, but the world was ahead for Rhonda when their daughter Manal was 5 months old. The relationship ended in divorce. Mohammed threw Rhonda out of the palace and kept the child. It's hard to believe, but for 20 years, Rda came to Dubai and begged her ex-husband to show her daughter, at least from afar. However, Sheikh Mohammed refused, and then he told his ex-wife the news that shocked her. He said she would never see her daughter again and barred her from entering Dubai for life. Manal is now 46 years old, and the monarch is carefully enforcing his ban. Immediately after Miranda, the Sheik had several new wives whose fate we will tell a little later. They gave birth to 3 more girls, and only the 5th child was a long-awaited boy for the Eastern rule. He was named Marwan, and he was born from a German woman whose name is unknown. The Sheik didn't even take her as a wife, but simply took away the child. Most likely, he paid the German woman to give up her son or used other arguments for this purpose. Despite the fact that Juan is Mohammed's eldest son, the Sheikh didn't make him an heir. Perhaps this is fault of too European appearance of the boy or hidden dislike of his father. At the age of 30, Sheikh Mohammed married his cousin, Hind Al-II, who became his senior wife. And unlike most of the Sheik's wives, she managed to build a good relationship with her husband throughout her life. Perhaps because she was brought up in the same traditions, she bore her powerful husband 12 children, most of whom hold senior positions in Dubai's government. Their eldest son, Rashid, was the crown prince. Unfortunately, Rashid's fate turned out tragically in 2015. He died at the age of 33. The official reason was a heart attack, but tongues say the Prince Rashid got hooked on heavy drugs, which brought him to the grave. Now, the Crown Prince of Dubai is Rashid's younger brother, Hamdan, also the son of Hind, Mohammed's. Other wives were less fortunate than Hind, Ria, an Algerian woman born Mohammed, 5 children. He eventually grew, called to her and divorced her. The common children were kept by the Sheik. As usual, a similar story happened with the Lebanese monarch's wife, Delilah. After the birth of 3 children in divorce, she was denied their upbringing, but with the Greek woman, Zoe, it seems there was a temporary marriage, which didn't oblige the sheik to support his wife. They met in London and soon after Zoe had a daughter. Christina. It seems that the Sheikh Mohammed didn't even know she was born. Christina was raised as a Christian and lived in Europe, but at the age of 16, she moved to Dubai and her father officially recognized her. Christina accepted Islam and became known to the world as the beautiful Sheikh MAHRA. By the way, she recently married her cousin, Sheikh Mana. The fate of the German girl who gave birth to Marwan was repeated by a beautiful wife from Turkey. Her name is not mentioned anywhere, but it is known that after the birth of her daughter, Ella, in 1997, the woman disappeared without a race. If we missed someone, write in the comments, it'll be interesting to know. Everyone, subscribe to the channel. Put a like, and see you soon.